Hey everyone, it's Lainey, and today we're going to be doing our very first reading vlog on this channel. To be completely honest, I had just started reading back this January, so I'm still new on finding kind of the genre that I really like and the types of books that I really like and maybe some of the tropes that I'm really interested in. And then some of the booktubers that I've watched, I've read some of their books that they 5-starred and I ended up loving, like for example the Empyrean series. I actually just finished Onyx Storm last week, and then I felt kind of myself like kind of grieving not only the romance portion of it, but also just being in that world and being with all the characters and like even Violet's friends and Xaden's family, like really mourning the loss of having to wait until September to be back in that world again. So I was a little bit hesitant and took a couple of days before I was like, okay, I'm gonna go buy some books and decide kind of what my next read is gonna be. And I feel like because I don't want to really commit to a big 6 or 7 book series like A Court of Thorn of Roses or Throne of Glass, I wanted to pick up a duology. And the booktuber I watched, Just Allie, rated this 5 stars. And she also rated Fourth Wing 5 stars and Phantasma 5 stars, and I rated both those books 5 stars, so I thought this was a safe bet. And that is the Shield of Sparrows duology. I know there's a 3rd book coming out, but I thought I could probably get this done within like the week because I'm already halfway through Shield of Sparrow. I'm on page like 268, and I'm gonna be honest, not a lot was happening. And going from Fourth Wing, where every single chapter was like a cliffhanger and it was just like one thing after the other, like this is like so much slower in compared to that. But yeah, anyway, let's quit yapping and let's start reading. So I made it to page 310, and honestly, I think it is getting a little bit better. We're starting to finally find out things. I feel like we were put in the dark for so long, especially the main character, is he keeps asking questions and stuff, and like no one is telling her anything. And I think like that was part of my frustration, is still being 250 pages in and we still really don't know that much about not only really like the world, but the people and stuff that she's like interacting with, like the king and these monsters and like what's going on with them. So only in the past like literally 20 pages have we fully learned way more about what's really going on and kind of some of the secrets of the kingdom. And it's starting to pick up a little bit, but not by much. So I'm not really sure when I updated last. It's like 11 p.m. but I'm on page 451 and I'm honestly really contemplating on whether or not I'm even going to read Rights of the Starling. This book got really good for about 100 pages. Like there was a lot of stuff kind of getting revealed about the kingdom, about the different monsters, and kind of the secret of why Odessa was chosen. I also heard so many good reviews about this. Like so many people rated it 5 stars and they loved it so much. And I just don't think I'm super into Regency and the main character Odessa. I think she's just not the strong, independent female character that I really like. And I do think she's had a relatively good arc in this book. I think it's also because there's just not a lot of battle sequences. Maybe there's a few in here where the village that they're in at the time gets attacked by monsters, and it lasts for like a page, 2.5 pages, and then it's over. And I think I'm someone who needs like multiple chapters or multiple pages of like action-packed things happening because right now this just feels like I'm finding a bunch of information out and I'm watching this woman like live her life in this kingdom, and I'm not really that invested in the romantic love interest. There's been a few moments where I'm like, oh, that's cute, or like, that was kind of adorable, but I think I've literally skipped over the 2 spicy scenes that are in this book because I just don't care that much about their connection, really. And had I just liked the 2 characters way more and found out more over the course of the book, instead of kind of like feeling like I was left in the dark for 270 pages and then all of a sudden now we're finding everything out, maybe I would have cared more about the 2 characters. But I think we were just left in the dark for too long, and then it made me lose interest, and then because I lost interest, it made me not care really like when all of this stuff was happening. Not to say that it wasn't interesting, because I feel like when stuff started getting revealed, I was definitely interested in it, and I definitely like wanted to know what was going on and kind of like what the point of Odessa being on this in this place was, and kind of like what her father's motive is and why he sent her, and stuff like that. So I'm genuinely so sad because this was like an anticipated 4 to 5 star book for me. I've never read a book on monster hunters, and I love enemies to lovers. I didn't even look at like the Goodreads reviews to know like what people may or may not have liked about this book. But yeah, that's kind of like my reading update. I'm sorry I went on a bit of a ramble, but let's finish this book and then let's hop into this one. So it is the next day, and I feel like there was only 2 or 3 things fully revealed and answered in this book. I kind of wish the monsters were like a bigger part of the book, or that we learned more about their history. I feel like they were just kind of attacking and then like leaving and then attacking and then leaving. And I feel like some of the same things were happening with the characters. Like they were just kind of doing the same repeated things, and I couldn't get attached to them. I don't know, I didn't like it that much. I don't know why people rate this a 5 star. The ending was crazy. I feel like we did get a big reveal at the end of this book. But yeah, it wasn't my favorite. I think I'm gonna read the next book though. On to the next one, I guess. So it's been a couple days since I last filmed that clip, and I haven't started Rites of the Starling. I found out recently that I can move earlier than we originally planned, and I'm also going on vacation tomorrow, and I also work and have things to get done before I leave. So I just have had so much to do, but I'm actually gonna go to Barnes because I want to get Lovely War by Julie Berry, because I have a $10 Barnes credit, and that means that the book's only gonna be like $4 because it's also a paperback. So yeah. I've also been reading Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I'm currently on chapter 10. After I finished Shields of Sparrow, I was like, I really want to try out an Emily Henry book. It's summer. I've been feeling like reading romance. I haven't read a romance in a hot minute. I've read Romantasy, but romance and Romantasy are just way different. And I felt like after Shields of Sparrow, my brain kind of needed like a refresher, or like a palate cleanser, if you will, between fantasy books. And I feel like when I get into Rites of the Starling, then I'm probably going to enjoy it more because I kind of did have that palate cleanser. So I need to update
I DNF'd Rise of the Starling. I got about 60-ish pages in and I just couldn't do it. And I got to the point where I was afraid that it would put me in a reading slump. I'm so sorry for everyone who likes it. It was not for me. There was not enough going on for me to thoroughly enjoy it. And I just can't do that to myself. Reading is meant to be a hobby and it is meant to be enjoyed. So I'm not doing it. If Rise of the Starling gets better, maybe I will try it again and I'll put it in like a reading vlog or something. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, I just couldn't get into it. There's no point in suffering through it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, a like, comment, whatever. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one.